Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on The Flash Season 4, Episode 10, and today we're going to be talking about the recently released synopsis for that episode. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, so you don't miss any DC TV videos next year or later this year. So I am using my new microphone, so again the settings might be changed. You might hear me more loudly, you might hear me quieter. I'm just fiddling around with the settings, and over the next week or so I will try and perfect it so I can get the clearest voice possible and it can sound the best for your guys' pleasure of actually watching the videos. So onto today's video. So we're going to be breaking down the synopsis that was just revealed for the Trial of the Flash episode, which is coming out in 18 days from now when I'm actually recording this. So I'm very excited. Although the first part of season 4 wasn't the best, I really did like some of the episodes, like episode 7, 8 and 9. I thought they were all the best ones, and obviously I'm hoping for a more darker twist going into the back half of the season, because you know, that's what I really liked with the past seasons, you know, the darkness, how the stories take on a very serious modern day take on TV, and superheroes like, say, the Dark Knight actually did in film, and that sort of revolutionized the filmmaking for superhero films. So I think it would be a wise choice to go back to the more darker stuff. But here's how the synopsis goes for episode 10. As Barry's trial for the murder of Clifford Devoe begins, Iris and Joe must decide how far they are willing to go to keep Barry out of prison. So there is quite a lot to take out of this synopsis. Although it's not the longest synopsis, it still gives us an idea of what to expect. So obviously the title of the episode is Trial of the Flash, which is a massive comic book Easter egg to the actual trial that took place in the comics when Barry actually murdered Professor Zoom. So it's a twist on that, and obviously there's a lot of parallels between the two stories, one on TV, one in the comic books, most notably with Cecile being the defense attorney. She was in the comics and she's going to be in the TV show. So the whole premise of this episode seems really promising, and I hope that throughout most of the episode, and maybe moving on to the next episode, we focus on Barry's trial, and I want it to be a more serious take on what the episodes have been recently. So I'm actually really intrigued as to see how they actually portray Barry's trial in this episode. So Iris and Joe must decide how far they are willing to go to keep Barry out of prison. So again, we're going to see some more darker sides to our main characters, who have been pretty bright this whole season. Although we've seen remnants of Joe's darker self, I still feel like they've lightened the characters up, and so I'm looking forward to Joe potentially getting a lot darker. So on the outside it seems like it's just the Flash, Barry Allen versus Clifford Devoe, the Thinker, but actually if you look closer, it's actually also the Thinker versus Joe West, because everything that the Thinker does to Barry actually affects Joe in turn. So it seems in this episode Joe's going to be doing stuff that is much more darker, and maybe he does some illegal stuff like doctor some evidence and maybe point it away from Barry. So it seems like that is something that he would definitely do, and Iris is going to be participating along with that. I think it will be Joe being the one being a bit darker in this episode, so I'm looking forward to him. And also I wanted to mention something that's not in the synopsis. With Devoe having his new body, I'm sure we're going to see some sort of action, considering that his new body has telepathy, and also he's in a fit new body so he can do some stuff. So I think in this episode we're going to get some sort of advancement in his major plan by the end of the season, so I'm looking forward to that. But anyway guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is a shorter video, but there's not too much to go upon from this actual synopsis, so I'm looking forward to this episode. It does look very promising, and I am expecting some trailers and some sneak peeks and some photos to actually come out pretty soon as we lead up to The Flash Season 4 Episode 10, which is in 18 days as of now. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.
It doesn't make us strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like shy.